Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dankby003, and today I went to the Indiana Regionals. I got top 32 to get my invite, and I played something super spicy, and I did a lot better than what I thought I was gonna do. So I just wanted to share the deck profile, just so y'all can be spiced up like me. But yeah, so my record was X2-1, and my two losses were super based. I lost to fucking Salad and ABC Brave, and the ABC Brave guy, bro, he was just on God mode when he played me. Literally every game he opened Hanger and then either Enchantress or Right, so he could just combo off right there. So I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, I still feel like my deck definitely outperformed my expectations. So yeah, let's just get into it so y'all can see the spice. So I'm playing Virtual World, which is my favorite deck. So playing 3 Lulu, of course. Then we are playing 3 GGs. And so where everything gets a little weird, 1 Nian. I mean, you don't have 3 desires, so you don't really need to play this at more than 1. Plus, I just don't play desires at all, and you can just always get to it. So yeah, that's really my explaining on that. And I don't really also something about my ratios with the virtual worlds is I just don't want to break on virtual world names when I can't get a virtual world card on board. So I want to have other things to do besides just have a lot of virtual world names in hand that I can't really do anything with and pass. So then I'm playing 2 Lao. You don't really want to see multiples of him, so that's why I'm playing 2, and he's searchable. So I mean, you don't need any more than that. And then I'm playing 1 Lily. I saw somebody else's deck profile that was kind of doing something similar to this, and they were only playing 1 Lily, and their explanation was basically this doesn't really add anything onto your combo, even though it's really good to get your sends off with it. But just with Lulu and GG, you have your combo there. You don't really need Lily. Sometimes Lily is just you just want to have a different name rather than that, but it's still there just in case, and it helps you go into the rank 6 play. Then still with the virtual world cards, I'm playing 3 City. Not really too much to explain there. 3 King Long, just because I don't want to break on King Long. And basically I use 1 to send, and then the other one just to bait stuff out, or if I have City, I'll get 1 out and then banish to negate something. So you really only need 2, and you can just keep cycling them back into the deck. And then 2 Troches. Really standard. I'm not playing Shenwu just because I don't want to draw that, and I don't really need the Monster Reborn effect in this version. So yeah, you don't really need that. That's it for the virtual world cards in the deck. Yeah, not really as many cards as you would play in the pure version, but it really just works out with the other stuff I'm playing in here. Then for my next engine, I'm playing the Brave engine. So of course 3 Enchantress, the 1 Griffin, 3 Rights, Adventure, and Draco back. Just the engine is way too good. I mean, Virtual World Brave is a deck, so I don't really need to explain the reasoning why I'm playing this in the deck. It just gives the deck a new ceiling. And then my other engine, I'm also playing the Punks. So I'm playing 2 Xiamen, 2 Foxies, 1 Ogre Dance. So like basically these just become combo 2. So it's almost like having E-Telly and then the 2 almonds, just so you summon one search and then summon the other one, make calc.
I think you should explain what Ogre Dance does. Not a lot of people know what it does. I don't think people are really playing it, right?
Yeah, not a lot of people really play Ogre Dance. They just do this package right here. But like the thing with Ogre Dance is basically if you open Foxy Tune, you go summon your Xiamen. If you don't have the teleport, and then Xiamen would, in any other version, add the spider or add the Foxy Tune. But like the spider is just like a brick if you draw it, and the trap is also a brick. And like, why play those 2 cards when you can just minimize the engine and it still be like the same consistency? So that's why I'm playing Ogre. So what Ogre does is I can discard him and add a punk monster that's not a level 8, and then kind of like Foxy Tune, I contribute a punk, summon him, but like that never comes up. But yeah, so like you Foxy, summon your Xiamen, add Ogre discard, add your Almond, and then you can like combo there, and you don't have to run like the extra brick in the deck. Especially like since I am running 56 or 57, I believe. So like I want to minimize the bricks and just have as many like combo pieces as possible. So like just this whole engine is like combo, like if you see only one of them. So that's really good. That's it for the punks. And then I'm playing 1 Destrudo just because like this makes Hulk. If like all else fails. Then I'm playing the Snow. Like, cards should be broken. This is what won me like my last round match to actually get my invite and stuff. Cause I resolved this twice, and like it made my Troche live, plus gave me the level 4 I needed to make a Synchro 10, which I made the Chen Ying. And then, so I banished to summon, used Coral Dragon and Snow, made Changing, and then I just snowed again and banished. That way I can trigger the Changing, and like that was just game right there. It was versus Eldritch, so like Snow is like super good. I wouldn't be surprised if the card gets banned again. Then the Despot, the brick. But I mean, it's just really good. It's a really good combo, so you gotta play it. Then Scythe, just cause like I play Baron and Beatrice, so like I can always like just I'll usually dump Snow first in my turn, just so I can have her already in the graveyard. That way, I'll Beatrice in my opponent's turn to send the Scythe, and if they like have anything that like targets Beatrice to negate, then I'll just like Snow banish. So that's why you want to send Snow first, and then like draw phase, you send your Scythe with Beatrice, and then Scythe locked in with Baron. So like, yeah, it's really good. Plus I'm also playing another card that like this is really good with. Then like kind of like starter or like consistency through Small World. Like this is an MVP here because there's so many different ways to connect into a different card in this deck. Like a lot of monsters that you think wouldn't get you to a combo piece get you to a combo piece. Especially like the hand traps, which I'll show you guys later. And like also I use this today to search Nib after I comboed, just in case they broke my board. They were gonna have to like be playing around Nib anyways. So like, I mean, this is really good in it. I can also search a card that I have in my side deck, which I'll show you guys later, which is like really good too. Then 3 E-Tellys, I mean, ain't really nothing to say about that. 3 E-Tellys. Then the Foolish Burial, just cause like it gets you whatever combo piece you need. And like Foolish and another monster is like Howl combo, just because you dump Destrudo. And then I'm playing 1 Called By and 3 Crossouts. I just don't want to get my combo stopped. And like Crossout and the Called By also helps you play around the Scythe. So you don't get Scythe locked, because that's like what really hurts the deck most, is getting Scythe locked. Even though you can play your Brave Engine, but if you just have no way to see your Brave Engine, then you're gonna lose that match. So you want to have ways to out Scythe, which is why I also play 3 Droplets. So like I basically have 7 outs to Scythe, and like if I draw more than one, then like, you know, I'm for sure not gonna get Scythe that turn. But yeah, Droplets was like a super MVP today to help me break so many boards and like just like set my boards up and just win games. Like Droplet definitely like kind of underrated. A lot of people don't really want to play it this format, and they say it's bad, but like this was definitely the MVP for sure. Then my hand traps, I'm playing 2 Nibs, just because like Nib is really good right now, especially if you have like another hand trap with it. And like Hulk decks, like you just nib them after they revive the 001 with the Rorodon tokens, and they usually pass there. So that's like really good too. 3 Ash, just because it like hits everything, even though like it's not a card that's gonna make your opponent like their turn stop, but it like weakens their board so you can break it easier. 1 Ogre, 1 Veiler, and then 1 Imperm. These kind of like do the same thing, so it's like running 2 of the same hand trap. But I want to run 1 of each, just so I have like the targets for Crossout. Then the 1 Ogre just for like Crossout as well. Plus like even if you draw it, it's like really good. Or if you have like an extra E-Tele you don't want to activate, you can bring this out in your opponent's turn. It's like a really versatile card, even though I only play 1 of it, but it's still a good card. And yeah, that's it for my hand traps.
An interesting lineup you have there.
Yeah, it's an interesting lineup for sure. I was like before the regional, I was just running like 1 of each, but like after a lot of testing, I like realized that I do need going second cards, and like I might as well play a lot of like going second cards, because I think it's like 5, 10, 11, and these can kind of be considered going second, but like in certain situations. But like this 11 going second cards, like that's it's a good ratio. Like you're almost always gonna see at least 1. And like luckily for me today, I was seeing Droplet and Nib a lot. I never saw Veiler or the Ghost Ogre. I saw Imperm once, but like mostly I was seeing Nib and Droplet, which is like really good. And then Crossout, I resolved that a couple times too, and it was really good too. Actually negated somebody's right of Arameser too with this, which is like another crazy thing about running Crossout, because in this deck you're running like engines that a lot of other decks, like popular decks, are playing. So Crossout, like if they don't have a hand trap for you and you just set Crossout, like you got damn near a 50% chance you're gonna be playing against something with Brave. So you just like stop their right, and then they're just playing the regular deck at that point, which like you can, it just makes it a lot easier. It's really good. Then for the extra deck, 1 Beatrice, and then the 1 M7 and 1 Zeus. I was playing Breaksword, but I wasn't really going into rank 3s a lot, and like the extra deck is really tight, so I could really use the extra slot right there. That's also why I took out Fan, but like still it was really good with this. And like I didn't even make M7 all day, so like I honestly would like be willing to cut that and maybe put like Fan because like when I was running Fan I was using it a lot, but like M7 like is really good in the deck. And like in past formats I've used it a lot to like recur stuff, but I just never went into it today. Like I'm always just going into Beatrice, and I didn't even make Zeus today either, so like theoretically these can be cut, but I mean it's still good to have like some way to get into Zeus in case you ever need to, but you're not really making Zeus a lot in here, but it's kind of like a backup, but you technically could just play 2 other cards in place for that. And that's it for the XYZs, and then just the basic Hulk Link monsters. Then 1 Cupid Pitch, super good card. Actually, one of my losses was because my draw was because I didn't Cupid Pitch. I didn't remember that I could Cupid Pitch burn for more than 6, just because it like never came up, and I'm always like synchroing into a 6, but I could have just made Shen burn for 900 and I would have won, but instead of like, I decided to let my opponent go first because they were playing a deck that pays life points, but they just ended up like not really doing anything and like draining the clock down without like using their stuff that pays life points. So I ended up getting the draw and got punished for not going first. But yeah, one Cupid Pitch, 1 Stardust, 1 Coral, 1 Juju. Don't really gotta explain those. They're like the staple 3 Synchro 6s of Virtual World. Then 1 Shooting Riser, which was like a last minute addition. And I just added that because a lot of the time when my Hulk gets stopped, it's just like sitting there, not doing anything. So I might as well have like something good to tag out into for my Riser. And then like you can either send follow up or just send something like really specific to make the level what you want it to be, and then you can synchro into something on your opponent's turn. Like I've used it to just like, let's say send Snow, and then like if my Griffin was negated, then I'll just like synchro into like a Baron using my Griffin or something like that. So it's like, it's really versatile. I think I only summoned it like once today, but I had the extra space from cutting the rank 3, so I just wanted to have that option in case my Hulk got like Valor and Perm Durash. Then I just had something to do. Then 1 Shen, of course. The 1 Cheng Ying, 1 Baron. Like, these 2 cards are insane in this deck. Like, they won me so many games. Like, their names might as well be Virtual World, honestly. And like, especially like let's say like a lot of the time I had like Chuche, Shen, and Cheng Ying on board. So like Chuche becomes like a pop, and then you trigger your Cheng Ying as well. So like you're basically removing 3 cards by having that. So it's like, it's really good. Or like I've even summoned Cheng Ying, and then so I had Chuche, and then I Chuche try to pop my Cheng Ying banish to protect, and then I get to like banish my opponent's back row or something in their end phase, which is like a really good play too. Yeah, so those are my 10s, and then like the last 2 is Zolkin and Crystal Wing. I didn't really make these today. I made them a lot in testing though, so like I figured like I might as well play them, but going forward I might just cut them and like maybe try to find different other cards that I don't really have to invest that much to get a negate out. Like if I had another like Baron type card that I could play, I would definitely cut these, just because then I would have an easier way to make a negate than having to go into Zolkin, setting, summoning, and then trying to find a way to clear my board so I can keep playing too. But yeah, they're still pretty good cards though. They help win games. And that's it for the extra deck. And then I'll just go ahead and show the spicy side deck. 3 Warners, just to like stop collectors, and just like stop combo decks too. Helps in time, but like mostly you can just stop your collector. 3 token collector, and
very good card.
Yeah, really good card in this. Searchable by Small World. Also, like, this card can, if you don't want it in your hand, you can like Small World it away into a combo piece. 3 Lava Golems. I didn't get to pull it off today because like I would just beat my opponent before I even got the chance to summon it. Which, like, I mean, it sounds kind of bad, but like, that's how it happened. Like, most of the time I had Lava Golem, I was just already winning. But yeah, like, so basically I'm playing them because you need something going second, because there's a lot of cards that you take out going second. And like, this is really good against like almost every deck in the format. And you don't really need your normal summon because you just do your Brave stuff, your Punk stuff, and then like that already puts a name out for you to summon your virtual worlds with. So like you really don't need your normal summon unless like if you're normal summoning, like your hand just must be really bad. So you don't really want to be doing that. But yeah, definitely Lava Golem is a super good card. I never tributed anything over, but like a lot of the time I was small worlding it away and getting some combo pieces with it. And then 3 Twin Twisters just for like back rows, prank kids, all that type of stuff. And then 3 anti-spells. Just kind of like generic stuff that can hit almost everything. It was really good. Anti-spell won me a couple games too. Like, I would just get like my Howl combo stopped, and then I would just like set up my Brave stuff, set my anti-spell, and it would be like almost game. But yeah, that's it for the deck profile, guys. Yeah.
Anything you'd like to add? Any shout outs?
I want to shout out my boy James for letting me borrow the 3rd Warner, first of all, the 3rd Enchantress, the 3rd E-Telly, because, you know, I just have 2 of every good card. I never had playsets, so, yeah, he had to help me complete that. I want to shout out Team Armageddon, too. You know, best team. And I want to shout out my boys in Puerto Rico, of course, too. They did their thing at the regionals. Armageddon did their thing at the regionals today. So, yeah, that's about it. Shout out to my wife, too, for letting me come out here and play, you know, watching the kids. I love you. And, yeah, hopefully y'all will be seeing me at Nats with this deck, and I will be topping and going to Worlds with this deck. So, yeah, Dingbot003 signing out, guys. See y'all.